35 years in the crazy technology industry has really taught me one thing that really has stayed with me and that bites at me all the time. And that is that the more technology is out there, the more ubiquitous, the more prevalent, the more it's in the hands of people, the more the human dimension matter. The more people matter. Technology doesn't innovate yet. People do. Technology isn't disrupting any industry. People are. And it's important to realise that what technology is doing is enabling and amplifying the potential of people. The potential of people today is far greater than ever before. And it's really a function of two things, very simply. What you know and what you're connected to. 30 years ago, when I entered the workforce, my sources of knowledge were Dad, Encyclopedia Britannica, people close to me at work who knew something, and also what I took into my work life from my education. Today, we know that we all have access to endless sources of knowledge. In fact, I can't remember the last time my daughters asked me anything. Other than for money, perhaps, but anyway. But the second aspect of this is we're connected to so many people now. We don't even ask the question, is there media in the room anymore? Everybody's a media outlet. And it's that combination of what you know and who you're connected with that defines value. And we've seen today the enormous potential of what people can do when they combine their aspirations with technology. And fundamentally, all of that is about change. It's about changing things for the better, changing things to be in line with whatever it is you want the future to look like. At the end of the day, the lesson there is it's much, much better in this day and age to be a learn-it-all rather than know-it-all. And you've got to be willing to let go of what you know and what got you to where you are. The second really big lesson for me in that experience was how important purpose is. Constantly revisiting why you do what you do, why it's relevant to those around you, how you add value. And it wasn't like that not that long ago. We would not consider a refresh of vision mission statements more than once every 5 to 10 years, usually when the company we're in hit real big problems. But today, you have to constantly question why you do what you do. And if it isn't relevant to people out there that you're relying on or trying to serve, then that's a big signal you need to pick up really quickly. At 9MSN, it was really a big lesson for me in the sense that we had an amazing environment in the company. We had people working in indoor-outdoor offices, and the final thing that I learned was that mistakes are learning, that you cannot innovate, create, and progress without mistakes. Just think about this. There's not one thing you are good at today, not one that you're good at today that you didn't get good at by making mistakes. Look at the life of a young child. Their life is try, fail, learn. And that's the reality that we have to really embrace here, that the control orientation, the mistake aversion, and the know-it-all mindsets that really do still, in a sense, live in most of our social industrial structures have to change. They have to give way to a different approach, one that's connecting and caring, willing to try and fail, and constantly wanting to learn. It's a really big shift. Now, so what? What do I say to you? What I say to you is, as change agents, and you are, because you're here, you have to appreciate what you're confronting. You can't ignore it. You have to help people who think that way on their journey. And some of that is going to come with brute force, as it has in many industries where the change agents basically eat the lunch of those who don't change. But I also think that for many of you, the great things you want to do rely on working with people who do have power and authority in the traditional structures. So acknowledge it. The best thing that you can do is really to encourage those around you to consciously talk about how you think. You know, we are not what we believe. We are not what we think. We aren't. Beliefs and thoughts are chosen. They can change. I'm sure every one of you has changed a belief or a thought or a way you thought about something in your lives. We do. You are the little voice in your head. The questions why you believe what you believe. The questions why you did what you did or why you behaved the way you behaved. And I think all of us have to listen to that voice more. You can call it mindfulness, which is a very significant movement. You can call it meditation. There's many different techniques. They don't all suit. You've got to find your way. My way now, fortunately, is that whenever I say, that's stupid, to something new, the little voice in my head goes, Steve, you've been wrong so many times. So many times. Go back, have another look, and make sure you really know what you're talking about. So that's one technique. Another technique is when you're in a meeting with someone, see if you can transfer yourself to and be an observer of yourself in that meeting and really see how that person's being affected by what you're saying and listen to your own words and see whether you're actually caring and connecting and really listening and learning from it at the same time as trying to get your point across. At the end of the day, there's enormous potential in all of us. And combined with technology, as you've seen today, there's almost no limitations that you can imagine. But I really believe we've got to understand the mindset challenge we face, individually and collectively. Talk about it, analyse it, get it out in the open. And I believe if we do that and you do that, you'll realise the enormous potential that is in each and every one of you. Thank you very much.